Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mite. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. And today on Dynamite or Mite, we're going to have a good show here today. On Dynamite or Mite. We're getting very near to In Your Bedroom coming up soon next month. And that's where we will see Awana fight Cody Rhodes for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings, Michael Cole says. Yeah, you got that right, Michael. Awana and Cody Rhodes will meet, and they will have a match for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. However, Cody Rhodes might have to be going through some other wrestlers to get to Awana. Well, let me tell you something about that, Michael and Tony. You see, Awana, she wasn't really going to be the one fighting Cody Rhodes. At first, that was Rainbow Bright, but Rainbow Bright shifted down the deal to fight Cody Rhodes. And with that, Awana beat Keith Lee, then she had the right to fight Cody Rhodes. And then it could have been either Velasquez or Kevin Owens, since Cody Rhodes had matches with them and beat both of them. Taz says. And we do know one thing, Tony Schiavone said, we won't have to worry about Cody Rhodes. We won't have to worry about Velasquez or Kevin Owens being the ones that Cody Rhodes has to fight and wrestle for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. Tony Schiavone said, you got that right. Michael Cole says. Because now Velasquez and Kevin Owens, they go in the back of the line. Now, and they have to yield for Awana now. But we know one man, Michael Cole says, that doesn't like going in the back of the line, and that's Gunther. And we saw what Gunther did to Ninjor on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. And even though the show was uncooked, uncut, unclean, that was no call for that, Michael Cole says. No, it was not, Tony Schiavone says. Gunther sees himself as the greatest wrestler, greatest fighter, greatest overstar, ever to be on God's green earth. But he doesn't know anything about class or on-look or good manners, Tony Schiavone said. Taz says, look at me. I did very well for myself without showing any on-look or class or good manners. You know all the things I did when I was in ECW. I didn't do as much in WWE, and I didn't do much in TNA and IW. And as far as AEW goes, well, I didn't do much there to get any on, but who cares about on-look? Who cares about class? So, Gunther says, everyone wants to know why I beat up Ninjor on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. I'll tell you why I did. Because I could. I beat up that self. I beat up that shameful over-good-doer for mighty shifting mic keepers. I sent that Siobhan Glee self, formerly Siobhan Glee self, formerly Walt Disney business self, formerly Siobhan Wealth Team self, and now Hasbro and business self. I hope we never see him again. He shamed the great sport of skilled wrestling. He besmirched this wrestling ring. And I will not. Oh! Ninjor came back. Michael Cole says, now Ninjor getting even on Gunther here. And now Ninjor shifting over. And now Ninjor is now shifted over to a better fighting self. How do you like that now? Now I think we're even. But I'm not going to throw you out of the ring like you did to me. We can tell you one thing right now, Michael Cole says. What's that all about, Taz says. How is that right? How could Ninjor beat up Goomfer like that? You want to get on Goomfer for being a weakling. But no, you're not going to say anything bad about Ninjor striking him from behind, Taz said. You want to know why, Tony Schiavone says? Because Goomfer beat up Ninjor last week, threw him off the board on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. You saw that, Tony Schiavone said. Yeah, Michael Cole said, we're not going to feel sorry for Goomfer because he never felt sorry for anything he ever said or did anyone. So Ninjor's in the right, Taz. Well, we'll see if Ninjor is in the right or in the wrong. According to that, Michael Cole says, well, Tony Schiavone says, hopefully he is in the right or in the wrong for it. Okay, Ninjor, tell me why you did what you did. Because I already had a dealing with Goomfer. And I saw Goomfer beat you up and threw you off the board on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. Or was it? Yeah, I saw that. Well, it's called getting even, Daniel Bryan. Goomfer beat me up. So I got even for him. You know, eye for eye and all. Yeah. I'm not gonna put up with that shit. You know, that was the grounds to why Baron Corbin was brought in. He didn't last that long. That was the grounds of why John Bradshaw Lakefield was brought in. And if I gotta put any more of this shit happens, then most likely I'm gonna put my foot down, Ninjor. I'm not gonna have any more wrestlers beating up wrestlers, throwing wrestlers off the board, seeking to break dolls that we can't ever get back again. Well, I didn't throw him off the board, Daniel Bryan. It was Goomfer. He was seeking to break me. I was not seeking to break him. You want to have a match with him? Alright, you got your match. Well, as we now know Michael Cole says, we know that Ninjor is going to be fighting Goomfer here today on Dynamite, or might. You know, Michael Cole says, yep, Tony Schiavone says that's what's going to happen. And Goomfer can bitch about the unfairness, Tony Schiavone said, but he brought on himself after he beat up on Ninjor. And now Ninjor's coming. Goomfer's got in the ring. Ninjor's coming at him. Thinking, oh. And we didn't even get the fight woman in the ring. Oh, we got her in the ring now. There we go. Ninjor right now is hoping to get even with Goomfer for throwing him off the board last week or last Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole said a body slam. I tell you what, Tony Schiavone says, Goomfer, he wants folks to onlook him. He wants folks to give him an onlook, but he doesn't want to give anyone else any onlook, which is kind of sad. Tony Schiavone said, there he comes. Oh! Ninjor just missed right now. Goomfer does not Ninjor down. Well, Taz says, it don't going so well for the keeper of the great might. Now is it, Taz says. He should just stick to that, to being in a worship house of the great might, and not want to seek to get in a wrestling ring with the ringleader, Goomfer, Taz says. And now he's going to put a chokehold out and do what I did to folks back in the day in ECW and WWF, WWE. Choke folks out, Taz says. I can tell you what, Tony Schiavone says, I don't think Goomfer's going to beat Ninjor again. I think Ninjor's going to might himself out of that, Tony Schiavone says. Well, Taz, I can tell you one thing, Tony Schiavone says. I can tell you one thing right now. Ninjor will might himself out of that, and Gunther will yield for what he did to him, Michael Cole said. And now, Ninjor having to break free again. Ninjor, this time, starting to shift. Ninjor starting to shift over. Now he's in his fighting setting now. Oh! And now Ninjor is going to make him wish that he did not fuck with him, Michael Cole says. Yeah, Tony Schiavone says, what if Ninjor would throw him out of the ring? Or him off the board? Well, he shouldn't do that, Taz says. That'd be a double standard. Oh! And now, Gunther now, putting Ninjor in the sleep hold again. Or, the sleep hold again, Michael Cole says. And Ninjor's in his fighting setting. You think that'd give him more might, Tony Schiavone says. I don't think that's going to happen at all, Taz says. I think Ninjor is down for the reckoning here. Ding, ding, ding. You know, well, here is your winner. You know, here is your winner, Gunther. Well, Gunther has beaten Ninjor here today on Dynamite for might. Michael Cole says, yes, he has. Tony Schiavone says, Ninjor did put up a good fight against Gunther, and there were times in this match where he truly believed that he would have Gunther beat. But sadly that didn't happen, and Gunther ended up beating him. But I don't see an end to this war between Gunther, and Ninjor anytime soon, Michael Cole says. No, I don't see any end coming to this anytime soon, Tony Schiavone said. After what we saw in the ring, I don't think the wrong or war between these two are done. But I can tell you one thing, Taz says. Ninjor gave a good fight, but his fight just was not good enough. Gunther still beat him. Alright, take it away, Renee Young. Thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Gunther here today on Dynamite or Mike. Gunther, ever since you've been in a toy wrestling gathering, since you came in the 10th month of last year, you have showed no onlook to anyone or anything. Well, first off, Renee Young, I am the ring fighter, and I don't have to show any onlook to anyone or anything if I do not want to, and I do not have to. So, Ninjor thought he would get even with me. Ninjor thought he was going to beat me. But let's look like I beat him on Monday Night Raw. I beat him here today on Dynamite or Mike. So, if he wants to keep on playing that game, it's up to him. But he's going to keep on losing. And keep on losing to me. Well, you keep asking for everyone to onlook you, but you don't want to give no onlook to anyone, and until you give onlook to someone, no one is going to give onlook to you. At the end of the day, I don't really care if I get onlook from anyone, Renee Young. It's about me being the ring fighter. About me putting on great wrestling matches or fights, and one day me being the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Alright? That's my talk with Gunther. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking with Gunther here today on Dynamite or Mite. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mite. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mite, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.